details.
Did you say little details?
Oh, okay. Screenshot right now. Move out your mic. Get your mic out of the way. I think I need to get a big Stanley Cup, and I think we need to add that to our
That would be
store.
really funny.
We need.
I know. I was thinking that. I'm like, I need to see if I can add this to the store. By the way, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, that I definitely need to do. And do you know what my background is, by the way? Before we even get rolling, let's see if you know. If do the people in the chat know? If Adrienne doesn't, because she may not. So maybe somebody in the chat knows what
Question: If
my
I had been
background is.
active, if like someone is active on Farcaster, should they know?
No.
Oh, great. Okay. Looks very Miami Vice. Like you got a little pink and blue.
Little palm tree there.
Palm tree.
It's almost like a little island, a love
Oh,
island.
Love Island.
It's Love Island.
Love Island. That came up on the Farcaster panel on On-Chain Social at the Uniswap house. Yeah. It was so funny. Like we're having a serious talk and then Love Island comes up. Like,
oh my God.
What even
so
is
funny.
Love Island? Someone tell me.
Okay. I will tell you. But first, we need to do a little intro. And so we will be back in 40 seconds. And while we're gone, if you're already in the chat, go ahead and retweet us, recast us, let people know you're watching. And we will be back in 40 seconds. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nanish Prof and Adrienne, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster and happy Friday. It is Friday, June 27th, and you are here with Nanish Prof and Adrienne for 29 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day. And I'm trying a little something today. Let's see if it works. I just did a little boost on the on Twitter, so we'll see. I did a little paid boost. We'll see if it works. We'll see if that helps. But, you know, do we need to pay you? Do we need to pay you again, Elon? Do we need to pay you more?
Are we increasing our marketing budget?
Yeah, we'll see. If it works.
Okay,
if it works, we might.
This cracked me up. I thought you meant your professional background. We were talking about our virtual backgrounds. What are you, new here? We don't.
Odd job.
Come on.
These backgrounds. No, my professional background is way too complicated to explain on a live show. All right.
What is this, LinkedIn? What do you think this is, LinkedIn?
LinkedIn? Apparently it is now. With Gabe Einhorn. I am obsessed with him right now.
We're going to talk about it. Thank you, everyone. By the way, people are watching, are getting our mini app notification. They're coming into the show.
Awesome.
They're sharing on their feed that they're watching to tell their friends. So we're going to get those network effects. I know we're going to talk about it, but yesterday I added a new, I gave a glow up to our mini app, but I'm looking at the feed right now.
Talk about it.
It's supposed to show it's supposed to show the thumbnail of like whatever we're watching. And it's supposed to say live now or for live, but it's still showing yesterday, like the last episode when people are sharing it now. And it's a caching issue, I think.
Oh, so, okay. So you're not seeing.
Can we cancel today's show so I can go fix this?
So you can go fix it? You're gonna have to fix it after. So is it not showing the live or it is showing the live? It's just not showing the right thumbnail.
Yeah, no. It's just, by the way, when you go into the mini app, you're seeing the live episode. Okay. So in the mini app, you're seeing the live episode. That's working great. It's just when people share it on the feed, the embed, which is that rich preview that we're seeing on the screen here, is still showing Los Fomos episode.
Got it. So it's just not showing the new one, but it's not a huge deal. but that's good to know.
Not a huge deal, but I need to cancel the show. So
she needs to cancel the show and go fix it.
Okay.
We are a little nuts about our things. So
let's go, Tori.
Awesome. I love that, Tori. That's so good. So yeah. So check out the new mini app, Glow Up. And thanks. I'm just quoting from you. Thanks, Deodad, for the nudge to improve the image to make the app look more appealing. So very cool. And also what I was busy doing is the GM Farcaster merch shop, which I've been building for like over a year, and it's still not where I want it, but I finally was like, okay, fine. I'm just throwing it out there. But I have that same thing where I'm like, I want to postpone the show so I can fix a few things before we get it out there. But okay, we'll do it later. So you can grab this shirt I'm wearing, this mug I'm holding, all the things.
I love it.
And this hat I don't even own yet, which I need to order, which that's the On-Chain Summer font. So if you're not familiar. So yeah, I still need to order some things. There are bucket hats that I have not ordered samples of yet. So I'm just hoping that they're good. So all the things, you can now grab those. And if you're in our chat right now, I'm about to drop you something. There you go. So I just dropped you a little code, which I'm not going to show on the screen. So you have to be in the chat to grab that. And it's only good for the next 24 hours. So there you go. So I'll be doing that.
And by chat, where do we find the chat?
The YouTube chat. Yeah. I think you might see it on Twitter too, but I don't think so. I think it's only showing up in the YouTube chat. So pop on over to the YouTube chat and grab your little discount code for the merch shop. All right. Moving on from just our stuff, there's other things happening as well. Like this, Uniswap made the half-day commute to Industry City worth it. 2 days of programming capped by a panel about decentralized social and a happy hour, all at a sake brewery. Ted, Nico, Kojo, Rev, and Poi meets World. By the way, Poe, I owe you DC. I know that. By the way, I have to get back to you about that thing. Amazing. So tell us about your time at the Uniswap house and the panel. And you went and like scared people. It was really funny.
Because they were like another episode. Okay. So I went down to Permissionless was this week. It was in Industry City in Brooklyn. It is nowhere near convenient to anywhere in the world. I live in New York. It's not easy to get to. And Uniswap had a whole setup house that was like a block away in a sake brewery. They killed it. So it was, and they just kind of had like talks on the hour, and you could kind of pop in and at the end, I guess what day was this? Wednesday. There was a whole panel on-chain social featuring Ted from Farcaster. You might have heard of her.
I think I know her. She looks familiar.
Colin from Ponder.
That guy's a little familiar.
Yeah, TK from Noise, and moderated by Nico from Uniswap. And
amazing.
It was fantastic. So I brought my my gear. I brought my tripod that was gifted to me by you last time we saw each other. But I didn't have extra devices. So I just set it up. I hit go live. I could not tell. I was like, I have no idea if this is working. No idea if the sound is working. If you were texting me to tell me it's not, I'm not getting it because my phone was occupied. But I think I saw some people pop in, and I have the recording.
I was looking for it on our YouTube channel. Is it up there now or no?
It should be. But not if you click on live.
It wasn't right away, and so I think I don't know if it was showing as private or what. But let me just, because I was looking for it as well to be able to watch it because I missed it. I missed you live.
Yeah, it's there live.
Okay, good. It wasn't there right away, so that's good. Oh, yep, I see it now. Okay, great. So if you go to our site and look at under live, you'll see that stream that Adrian captured. So yay, very fun.
Nice.
Love to see it. And so what were they talking about with how did Love Island come up?
Nico brought it up. I forget. I honestly forget. I think it had nothing to do with Farcaster. I think it was talking about like what topics people talk about or what we. I don't even remember. Actually, I guess I can go
that's funny.
Pull a transcript and go search for what they said. But
that's so funny.
I don't even know what Love Island is.
Okay, so Love Island. That's what I was. So Love Island is a reality competition dating show where they have all these singles who are in their 20s and extremely good looking who are paired up, and they do different like competitions and different games and things like that. And it is as ridiculous as it sounds. So it's basically Big Brother meets The Hills, because some of the editing is like The Hills, where you have these like longing looks at each other for like 5 minutes, and it's just back and forth between the two. It's like ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I am watching this and going, why am I watching this? And yet I have to keep watching it. And then I finally got caught up over the weekend, or maybe I think the next day or whatever. So now I'm all caught up. So I watched the one that launched live yesterday, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm invested. I'm here for the long haul. This is ridiculous.
Ask me if I know what Big Brother. Ask me if I know what Big Brother or The Hills are.
Hills are? How do you know I know The Hills are? That's weird.
I vaguely remember.
Anyway.
I was, yeah.
I would have been like good. I mean, you would have been a little bit too old, but
yes. Was it early 2000s?
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Early 2000s. Like, you know, Spencer Pratt and Lauren Conrad and Heidi Montag, that crew.
I totally
Kristen Cavallari. Okay.
I remember my friends watching it and being into it.
But if you watch that, like, it's like, that's what it's reminding me of, is a combination of these two things. And it's just funny. But then every once in a while, I'll see somebody like say something about Love Island, like in just, if you don't know, if you're not watching, you won't know what they're talking about. So like Moon Pappy posted something like about Huda, who's one of the contestants, and like, you know, so there's little things that'll pop up in conversation. So now you know what it might be.
That's great. I'm really happy. I do like when there's kind of cultural touch points, because culture is so fractured. Everybody's watching different things.
Yeah.
So it is.
It's one of those things that like a lot of people are watching. Yes, it's like one of those kind of. And that's literally the only reason to watch it.
It's so funny. I was just going to say, like, the only reason I might watch it now, it doesn't sound like the type of show I'd be into, is like, oh, then I'll understand some more memes on Farcaster and can like make internet friends.
In general, like online, especially if you're on TikTok, there's a lot of stuff, you know, talking about on TikTok there. And like one of the guys is big on TikTok and does this dancing thing, and it's really funny. Anyway, it's amusing, but it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It is more ridiculous than this. It is literally more ridiculous than my tiny Stanley. All right, moving on. So that's so fun. I had a lot of FOMO when I saw this picture. I had a lot of FOMO over the past few days. Apparently people were whining about the Uniswap, like, I don't know, just in general. There was some FUD on crypto Twitter, but
yeah, say more. Do you know what it was?
Or I don't know. Like, no, I think it's more going to say less, because they're going to whine anyway. They were whining about the cards. They were whining about, I don't know, the pink truck. I don't know. How did you feel when you were there? You thought it was great? Like,
it was great.
Well
it was
done?
Great. It was so chill. Really well done.
Okay.
Everything was pink. The merch was great.
Great. Yeah.
Like, why? I don't understand.
I don't know. People will complain about something all the time.
I know why.
What was
it? Was really freaking hot.
Oh,
it was a little hot.
Okay.
People get cranky when they get hot, apparently, but also they're probably not there. Maybe they're not there, and they're just like.
I think I don't think it's the heat, because everywhere is hot there right now. I think it's probably we're not there, so we're going to whine about all the things, and this is the cope. So, as opposed to me, because I'm abundance mindset, and I'm just like, I have a lot of FOMO, but also I'm glad you guys had fun.
I mean, I
And it
used to
looked
say,
like fun.
right, that we're like, we can't say we've made it because we don't get enough hate online.
True.
And
Yeah.
you told me not to ever say that.
I'm
So
completely fine with that. Yeah. You seem
yeah.
to think that's important. I
Well, it's
prefer no
all
hate.
I mean is like when you see a lot of hate, you have to discount it
Yeah.
by,
You're doing
you know,
something right.
just like
Yeah. You're doing something right.
that's all.
Um, all right, moving on. This from V, and thank you, V, for dropping this 13 hours ago. So that was perfect timing when I was collecting links. What is the Farcaster team working on? 1, stability. A platform upgrade introduced a lot of mobile bugs. We're fixing them as fast as we can. 2, clarity. Notifications, feeds, and channels have magic default settings that work for most users, but not everyone. We're adding more choices so people can choose the experience they want. I think that is really interesting because Dan has talked about customization for a long time and like wanting more customization. And I think V was pushing back at first. And I think it was more of a like priority thing. Not
Mhm.
necessarily he didn't think it was a good idea. It was more like not yet. And so I think we've hit that time where now customization is more important. So that's cool to see. 3, growth. We're running experiments to get new users and to help all users get more discovery in the feed through good recommendations by the feed algorithm. 4, video, which we're going to talk about a little bit more. We're making video a first class citizen, and we're pretty excited about this. We'll have a beta soon, but it will take a few months before we get close to the major video apps in terms of UX. 5, a new experiment to help creator monetization. More details soon. 6, mini apps. We're continuing to fix minor issues, update docs, and support developers as they are launching. And 7, Snapchain, continuing to improve the developer experience. So, really cool to have this nice little summary of all the things. Um, I'm going to skip ahead and let's talk about video because there's been a lot of discussion on this. So this was from Dan. Hey, folks, we're making a big investment in improving our video UX. That said, would encourage folks to start posting videos in 9:16 aspect ratio, like TikTok, IG Reels, YouTube Shorts. Would also encourage people to add captions using CapCut, Captions app, Descript, Capwing, etc. This is funny. Chris Corella, blink twice if you're okay. There's Dan
And
blinking twice, which is really funny. And then it was very funny that he said we're focusing on 9:16, but shared a 1:1 square. Somebody commented that.
yeah. By the way, unrelated, I guess Midjourney released their video editing or video
Yeah.
creation.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Dan's been having a lot of fun. And
Yeah. I
I want
assumed this was a photo that he had
Midjourney.
and just did a little tweaking of it.
That's his old headshot.
Yeah.
That's like
From Coinbase days, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And then a little bit more on this. Why are we investing in video? Because he's answering on-chain Dom.eth said why. So he quote casted it. Why? Why are we investing in video? I've been spending a lot of time recently talking to users. Our goal is to figure out how we can get people to invite their friends to Farcaster. If we can solve this, Farcaster will grow. When asking why people aren't inviting their friends to Farcaster, the overwhelming reason is they spend most of their time on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, no X/Twitter. So video. And then this from Blockheim, since I have everyone's attention, looking for input on the following. What is your go-to platform for short videos? TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts, X other? 2, do you find it annoying that Reels mutes the video, or do you find it more annoying that YouTube pauses it when you tap on the screen? 3, likes, dislikes for each platform you use for short form video. So if you have some comments here and you're a frequent user of video social media platforms, please pop in here and share that info.
If you're yes to crypto and you're putting your feedback in our chat, go tell Blockheim.
Go tell Blockheim
Go
too.
add that. Yeah.
Yeah. Go tell Blockheim too.
There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, we aren't in charge of this, but actually let me I am going to drop this link in the chat to make it easier to go comment there if you do have feedback, because that would be really helpful to them, I am sure. Yeah, I know auto mute and not autoplay. Yeah,
Auto mute is a must for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like,
I do
it's
not
gotta be
want it.
muted by
It's got to
default.
be muted. Yeah, for sure. And autoplay, I don't mind normally. I don't like it for this show because one thing, when we share video, we have to share it separately, and that's just a StreamYard thing. But the other thing is it takes a lot of memory. So if it's running in the background.
Oh, you mean for
So
us to pull links? I thought
yes,
you meant for
yes.
us sharing our
No,
show on the feed, like, you don't
no.
want people to okay.
But also, yeah, I don't want to annoy people either.
Yeah, by the way,
Um,
Eleanor, Farcaster video quality is usually bad. Are they working on it? The short
yes,
answer to anything about video is yes, they are working on it. I think it's
yes.
across the board. They're improving everything about video. Unless you're asking about the quality of people who are making the actual videos people are sharing, that quality is also bad. Myself, present company
It's
included.
also
We're
us.
we're not because we're text-based people. Like literally, like
Yeah,
Farcaster typically was attracted from like a text-based platform. We're refugees from text-based. And some of us have a hard time adopting to the new world of
it's
short-term
so
brain
funny.
rot videos.
And the funniest thing is, I love that you've been making our things, the AI, pulling the AI from StreamYard and posting them, but the errors in the captions make me
Yeah.
crazy. We need to figure that
Oh,
out
and I
'cause it's
don't
making me
fix
nuts.
them,
I
right? We're
know,
not
it's making me
fixing
nuts.
them.
It's making me nuts.
Um,
There's like when it makes
actually,
like for certain things it doesn't bother me when it's like when it spells Farcaster wrong. Bugs the crap out of me. It just bugs me. But anyway,
I have ideas for GM Farcaster short form video and clips,
yay.
and we'll chat about that. But
Okay.
it's not happening.
Coming
Listen,
soon.
the AI stuff, yeah, and the AI stuff was just is this
It's
worth
so
the
easy.
effort? It's
Yeah,
super easy.
it's super easy. We just
And we
need to
really
tweak it
have
a little
not
bit.
done anything with clips.
We've been very bad
Um,
about that. And it's mostly a
so
time thing, so that's why the AI one is great for that reason, but it's just like, I just wish it was a little better. Um, Not you, but like the AI.
yeah.
Um, so anyway, so yes, so long and short of it, improvements to video are coming. This is going to be a focus. If you are in the beta for Coinbase Wallet, I think you also will understand why this is a direction, because they are making that sort of front and center and a focus within that client. So it's definitely something that, is going to be that everyone understands is important to attracting new users. So whether you like it or not. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that develops. And I loved this from V, a quick history of the Farcaster feed, for those of you who were not here. Back in 2021, the first version of the feed just showed you every post starting with the newest. Thank you. Thank you. Forgot to do that part. There wasn't a way to unfollow. This was okay because there were just 100 or so weird internet people who liked hanging out together. It's basically a group chat. We added follows soon after when someone started annoying someone else. This hurt new users quite a bit because they started with an empty feed and had to do a lot of work to make it good. So we picked the most active users each week and suggested they follow them when signing up. It was built in an incredibly simple way. Every time you loaded your app, we'd run an SQL query to fetch the latest casts, hydrate the links and images, and serve you a feed. At some point, we moved this into a background job so it would run every 30 seconds and slow down if you stopped checking the app. We added replies soon after and had them show up in the feed. The network was still really small and slow at this time, so we added reply bumping. If a post got replied to, it would get bumped all the way to the top of your feed, showing you the newest reply. This made the feed feel a lot more dynamic and active. People quickly figured out that the best way to get engagement was to ask feel good questions. You get a lot of replies, which kept you at the top of the feed. This was the first algo gaming. we have put some limits on how often things get bumped up. The original feed architecture also stopped working when we got a few hundred users. We switched to a fan out model where a user's feed was regenerated only when someone they followed casted. This had a nice property that every feed generation was useful. It would be guaranteed to add something new to the top of your feed. This new architecture introduced caching problems with counts. The feed would only regenerate if there were new posts, but people were liking the old posts frequently. These counts wouldn't update, and then the user would get annoyed because they'd click into a post and see a different count. We solved this problem by adding periodic regeneration. So you wouldn't really go a long time without updating the counts. Okay, moving on. So this goes on and on. Like I could keep reading, but this, and I kind of want to only for Warpy's sake, but it goes really on and on. And what he, kind of goes through this sort of history that includes when they started to change the algo and tweak that. And then since you've been gone, it was the type of feed so that it would show you what you hadn't seen in the however many hours you hadn't been on. So then there was a whole shift to channels as well. And channels allowed for some bumping of your, if you posted in a channel, it got greater engagement. It got, greater show in the algo. So it's really interesting to me, like to see how this has evolved. I've been here for most of it, except for the very, very early days where you could literally see every single cast. It wasn't even called a cast, where it literally was just a group chat of 100 people. So I was here at a few thousand people, but it still was 938 daily active users. So it was still tiny. And you really could see almost everything. So it's, it's interesting to kind of see the history and how it's changed over time. But go take a look at V's cast here. It's
and I
really
love
fun.
You didn't even get to the end, and he's like, and that only takes us to 2 years ago. Like that's still. So if you want the last 2 years, let me know because.
Yeah, he didn't even get to the rest of it because, and that's why I stopped. Like he doesn't even mention the channels part. That was something I just was mentioning because I don't even think he didn't even get to that. So, but I think it's really important to have some of these like history lessons every once in a while because this is part of what makes Farcaster fun is watching the development over time and being a part of it and being a part of like this startup where you're playing this role of, daily active user. And it makes it fun. So I love it, this kind of history over time.
And I think good reminder, because even when Dan was announcing video, I guess people had a lot of critiques on video or a lot of criticism. And I didn't even see it, but I just saw him cast later that he was like addressing some of it. But I think like he would always remind us of like, this is all experiment. Like we don't know what works. And Farcaster objectively is so much bigger than it was a year ago or 2 years ago. And maybe not a year ago. It's probably flat in terms, but different.
Yeah, it's flat.
But but I think because I think there's so much more maturity in the product, I think we forget that you still need to figure out growth because it's my favorite line. It's just a science experiment unless they're able to grow orders of magnitude bigger. So I think just ways to think about even video is like everything is still an experiment.
Yeah, totally. We don't know what's going to work. You don't know how it's going to work. Like you don't know if it's going to bring in people who are going to stick or are they going to churn. So yeah, there's so many.
Keep trying things.
You have to keep trying
things.
Even down to the feed. And I think that's what this shows. Like it's not just the bigger things of like video or video improvements or mini apps. It's like even the small thing that you take for granted because you're so used to social feeds. So, and it doesn't work the same as you grow. So very interesting. In terms of new things that are really cool, trending tokens have been added to the wallet. So, and I think this is what broke some things. So this might have been one of the things that broke. But if you're not seeing that, and I know it was taken down for a minute, let me see if it's back. You may need to update your app. I had to actually go in. Yeah, it's back. Go into the App Store and update because I don't have auto update on, and then restart a couple times to see it. But now within the wallet, you'll see the trending tokens that are happening. You'll still occasionally get that notification when it's, at that moment when a lot of people are buying a particular token. That does not mean you have to FOMO. You don't have to do it. You don't have to ape in. It's fine. You can miss it. It's okay. Or you can do like me and buy all the things. It's up to you. You can be like Adrian or you can be like me. It's up to you.
It's like you can have Nanish Prof on your shoulder or Adrian on your shoulder, and you can listen to someone. But even Prof never apes in. It's not an ape in. It's like a dabble, and
I dabble.
It's just for fun. And
I'm not, I did
with no amount that
make
you
a little
expect
purchase of both of those top 2 tokens that are sitting there right now on your screen. So an NFA big time because I did it for my own reasons. And one is just
chat.
Yeah. Spice was one of them. Spice was Los Fomos throwing out another opportunity. So yeah, we ape. No, we do not ape. We do not ape.
I'm like, just my disappointed, my motherly disappointed face. Don't ape.
You don't have to jump in, but if you choose to, now you can see what's trending more easily within your wallet. So there you go. This from Dan. In case you missed it, we shipped an improved profile editor on mobile and web. Also, you can now add a personal website only available on mobile right now, which that was helpful because I had our site in my regular profile, like just in the bio, and this was nice, a little bit cleaner to see that we can add a link there. So very cool. This from B, we're adding notification filters to give you more control over what you get notified about. So go to notifications, settings to change this. Power users will benefit from stronger filtering so they can stay on top of what's important, while new users might want to get alerted more often. I have absolutely everything turned on. But you do you. I don't necessarily recommend that. It does make for quite the mess, but I think within there, and I haven't checked, but I assume that you can probably turn off the token trending notifications if you wanted to. So I will not be turning that off, but you can choose to. This also from V, dialed in the new user boost algo a little bit. It was a little too aggressive last night. He sent this on Wednesday. Should improve home feeds for a lot of users. Following feed is still unaffected by these changes. So the other thing that was happening is that algo was also happening within the rewards. So it was boosting a lot, and some people were complaining a little bit about that. So and the new users were like, no, don't do that. Okay, so we already talked about that. Moving on. Speaking of new tokens, this is from Luke. Introducing Farcaster, an agent tuned to Farcaster signals built by me and friends. It tracks what top builders ship, fund, and support, and uses those signals to invest from its treasury. The goal is having something we wish we had, one-click exposure to the best and brightest building in the Farcaster ecosystem. This kind of reminds me of what Ben's been working on with Crossroads a little bit. Today, we're dropping governance token through Clanker. Think of holders as our board. They call the shots, change the rules, or pull the plug. Goal is ultimately full agent autonomy. This is an experiment in agent-led capital, risky, uncharted, and hazardous. I'm determined to make this a resounding win for Farcaster and the people supporting us. Fares in the air. And then it dropped the Clanker. So here's something I wanted to share that I didn't realize until after, when Moon Poppy had casted about this. They set everything up in terms of the parameters, because you notice he didn't say, hey, Clanker, launch fair Fair Token, whatever the name was, Farcaster, et cetera, et cetera. He didn't give any instructions to Clanker. He just tagged Clanker because he set it up on clanker.world. And there's now a way to do that where you can set up all the parameters and then you just tag Clanker and it'll launch it for you at that point. So just kind of a cool new feature for Clanker that I was like, oh, that's very cool, because I like that you can do it by cast to launch a Clanker, but you can't do all the parameters via a cast. So this allows you the best of both worlds.
Okay.
So very cool. And then very cool what Luke is attempting here and experimenting with. I think that's amazing. Also seeing a few people doing indexes of tokens that relate to projects on Farcaster. And so there's a lot of different ways that people are trying to sort of get exposure to what people are building, because there's a lot of really great builders here. This from Virtual's Protocol GM. For those of you who are able to claim your airdrop, you still have time to stake that one virtual in return for more virtual to be airdropped early next week. We want to give this opportunity to Farcaster fam to use this as their gateway in exploring the virtuals ecosystem. Steps on how to stake in the thread below. So they did a airdrop to some folks. I don't think I qualified in particular for this one. And if you're able to claim it, you can go stake it. You do have to go to the Virtuals app in order to stake it, which is unfortunate. But it also allows you to take part in governance as well, in regards to Virtual and their app. So go check that out. Yeah, I wish that they were able to figure it out in a mini app, but maybe it's just too complex in terms of staking to be able to do that. But that would have been cool. And then this from Seb. We have a lot, like I keep forgetting about the Zapper. There's a lot happening in this next month, like a lot. So we've got the new day one, which means a new name for the Coinbase wallet coming on July 16th. That includes a Farcaster feed. And then you also have the Zapper wallet that is also incorporating a Farcaster feed. And I haven't got on the test flight yet, but I do need to do that over the next few days. So the Zapper, so this is from Seb. Zapper wallet is now open for public beta. A lot of new features, among them reply and like swaps, discover mini apps, token surge and wallet push notifications, send NFTs, manage token and mini app bookmarks. It just sounds really interesting. I could use some bookmarks. So I need to go try this out. It's right now, I think, just iOS and Android to follow soon. So go check out that one too. And I did reach out to Seb to see if they wanted to pop on to talk more about Zapper and what they're doing over there. But very cool.
So exciting.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. And they sponsored, it was Zapper who sponsored the, not pickleball, what was the thing called?
Padel?
Pabel. Yeah, I think they
Padel?
did, right? I think it was them. Yeah, I think it was them. So pretty sure. So thank you, Zapper, for that. Padel. Yes, I couldn't think of the name of it. And if I'm wrong, then thank you to whoever did.
At Farcon NYC?
At Farcon NYC. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was them. This from Patricia X. Lee. So a few fun things. I spun up a new channel called Video Lab. To start, I'll be recasting video content I come across on Farcaster into the channel and asking creators to share how they filmed it. The goal is to share our knowledge to improve video quality across the community. If you're interested in being a member, please let me know in the comments. All I ask for help with finding videos, recasting them, and politely inviting their creators to share insights if they're willing. I think this is really cool. We've seen Afro Chicks do this quite a few times where she's shared, like, this is the equipment I'm using, this is how I'm doing this. Or Jack Wilds, when he went through the whole list, like shopping list for Dan, because Dan asked for recommendation on a camera and he did a whole video with about the camera, which I thought was really cool. So we've seen a few times when people have done this, but not in, I would love if all of that was in the channel, because then it would be easier to find later on when you wanted it. So very cool idea. So thanks for that, Patricia. I'll have to go find those 2 videos and tag them for inclusion. This is just funny. This is just funny. The funny part here is that he tagged King. It's not really funny. It's just interesting. It's a video of, I assume these are bees. I think they're bees, right? So they're reproducing and so Bricks, if you're not following Bricks Bounty, you really should be, because they post a lot of really cool content from their farm. They do, actually have a farm and a farm stand, and they're always like sharing, and this is a good time of year for the harvests and all that. So this is really funny. And then, so they're reproducing. And so then he tagged King because $horny. So just to
this cast has layers.
It's layered, very layered. And it just made me laugh. And I just realized I didn't pull the other one that I was going to pull that was King related. The one from Justin On that said, quote, cast me like one of your French girls, with a tag to King. It was really good. That one, like, I saw that and I burst out, like, out loud, full on. I was like, that was good. That was really good. This was another just like funny. The algo cooking right now. 6, replacing the flooring in my apartment, really digging this laminate grade faux wood, which was right next to Matthew B. Whoever came up with gray faux wood laminate flooring deserves the death penalty. So 6, do not invite Matthew over to your apartment. It's not good. This from Matcha. I love this. We just sent USDC to Wounded Warrior Project on behalf of yes2crypto.eth. Thanks to your support of the Limit Orders wrap tee. We like supporting the stuff Farcaster users care about. Let us know what's next. So how awesome was this from
that was
Matcha?
Great.
So great. So great. And it just made me love my t-shirt even more. I was like, oh, I'm so glad I ordered one. So that was really cool to see. And again, shout out yes2crypto, because you're amazing for all you did there. And I'm just glad to, if you missed the whole 180 days, for 180 days, yes2crypto pushed out a meme asking for Matcha to add limit orders on base. And when they finally did, they then issued a t-shirt and then this donation in his name. So very cool. Very cool to see. That's the way that you pressure people into giving you what you want. Keep it fun, people. This from Pugson. The lack of a good night text from beautiful women on Farcaster is honestly appalling. Not sure I'll be able to fall asleep tonight. So if you saw a bunch of people saying good night, Pugson, now you know why. So there you go. Including me and including Phil, which I thought was really funny. Speaking of Phil, this from Phil. Welcome, Yancey. Yancey is a co-founder of Kickstarter and more recently Metalabel, a new space to release creative work. And he has kindly agreed to do an AMA for books. Reply with your questions below. So this was a very cool AMA from the founder of Kickstarter, if you want to go check it out. And yeah, very interesting, very cool person to be bringing by. So awesome. Thank you, Phil, for always doing some cool AMAs. This was from Kristen. Okay. Let me back up. So backing up just a smidge here. I guess on OK Banger yesterday, Kristen was showing her dragonflies that she attaches to a hat. Kecker said, you need to show us the full outfit. And this is the video of the full outfit, which is quite something. And I'm just going to, we don't even need the sound. I'm going to fast forward a little bit to here so that you understand what is happening. And then she adds in the dragonflies. So I don't know. So apparently the mosquitoes are really bad in the Sierras, and this is what she wears when she goes hiking in the summer. Okay. This is going to make sense why I'm showing this, because then we had this from LV. People on here are so strange. I like it. This actually wasn't related to Kristen's video. I made it related. It was really a quote cast of Shaw Makes Magic, who says, I hope I get to fuck a robot at least once in my life. And then the quote cast. People on here are so strange. I like it. Good thing. By the way, I love the call out to the toe spacers. You don't even know. And last but not least, this from our friend Vitalik, who is apparently in Berlin, I think, maybe. This graffiti, fuck Bitcoins, das uns Unzirkling? I don't even know what that means, so I probably shouldn't be saying it out loud.
I was hoping you would know because I didn't.
I should have looked it up. Yeah, somebody quick.
Hey Siri, translate Das East Unzirkling.
Let me find out.
Where's KBC in our chat when we need her?
Where's KBC when we need her? Yeah, that would have been helpful. But very funny. Very, very funny that he's just randomly posting graffiti when he saw it. Hold on, and I'll tell you what it means. I'm looking.
And welcome back, Vitalik.
And welcome back, Vitalik. Yeah, that was how we came back.
Where have you been?
Oh, this is our war. That's what it means. Fuck Bitcoin. This is our war. Okay. All right then. I don't know why, but apparently they're upset about Bitcoin.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right.
They're upset. They're upset about the Bitcoin. Apparently. Or these two things have nothing to do with each other, is my guess. These two things might be completely separated by a big tree. So that could be it. Anyway, that is it. Adrienne, what did I forget?
Covered it all.
I'm going to pop this back in here. For those who just came in, we do have a new little merch shop.
Do we need a mini app? Do we need a merch mini app?
I think we do, but it'll come.
But not.
Yeah.
It'll come. We're on vacation next week.
We are on vacation next week. Which I am very happy to be going on vacation. It's time. I haven't taken a vacation in a very long time, like a full on, I'm taking everything off. And I'm very happy that we are now taking a little vacay because I need one because I'm tired.
Are you going to take a vacation from Farcaster?
I could pretend like I'm going to, but why would I even bother saying that? So you might just see different things for me because I'll be traveling as well. And it'll be the holiday and all that stuff. So yeah, I think I will not be taking a vacation from Farcaster. But here is our little shop. It's cute. Go check it out. All the fun little products. A lot of mugs, a lot of hats. All the mugs that you've seen on here pretty much are in here now. And there's stuff I haven't even bought yet that I need to go buy.
The reason hats and mugs are so important to GM Farcaster is not just because it's easy merch to do, which it is. It's because one, we do a morning show. And when we started, the early lure was like, wake up early and we'll do it before actual real work starts, like a little side thing. And it was brought to you by coffee. So it was like, even those early episodes, we just kept talking about like our mugs and what we were drinking. So
yeah,
mugs are part of early lure. And hats are also because it was an early show and we don't always do our hair in the morning.
It's very true.
That's it.
So there you go. This is very simple. So it's mostly mugs and hats and mugs and hats and mugs and hats. There you go. I need a little like retweet of that one. Okay. So your background, by the way, is the Farcast Her logo, isn't it? Yes. And you can get a mug with that on there.
You can. Oh, yes, I love it. And I chose this because Pugson said there weren't enough beautiful women on Farcaster. And that is why. Also, when I don't have a good background, this is just one of my go-tos because
he didn't say there weren't enough beautiful women. He said they weren't saying goodnight to him, just to clarify.
Oh.
The beautiful women were not saying goodnight to him. So now we are.
I had a cast in my drafts this morning that I decided I couldn't cast, but maybe I can just say it out loud. And then
I'm scared.
I was going to cast that the lack of good morning texts from hot guys on Farcaster is honestly appalling. Not sure I will be able to face the day today. And I decided that not enough people will know what I'm talking about, and I probably won't be able to open my phone. So I did not cast it.
I think it would go bad. It's my fear.
It's so funny, though.
My fear for you is it will not have the same impact as Pugson's did, and it could go very, very
Well,
bad.
Tayeb casted "Good Morning, Adrian" this morning.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
So that's what he inspired me. So anyway, at least
That's
now
so
I guess.
funny. Yeah, I'd be a
I still
little.
have some discipline to hold back. Not a lot, I will say.
I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. Okay.
I feel bad for Pugson's notifications because he gets caught up in these.
Well, he does it to himself.
Yeah, he does.
He does do it to himself, is what I was going to say. So, okay. So one other thing. We went back and forth on whether to talk about this, but I think we're gonna. Just very briefly. So Grace yesterday posted, "Why are the girls always fighting? I literally just want everyone to vibe together." So if you don't know,
a post show talk. It's like show's done.
So this is the show is done. This is the post show talk.
Okay.
Yeah. So over on over on the Bird app, there was a back and forth about, okay, I can't find the exact thing, but a little bit of a back and forth about women in this space and how they treat each other. It was done in a very interesting way. And this is where I had an issue. My issue came in with the person originally said, I'm going to drop something today that you're all going to hate. And I'm like, okay, well, you lost me already. Because to me, that's like, oh, you're rage baiting. I can do without that. So that's where I kind of was like, you know what? I'm not even going to even engage in this. Because if you're posting that to start with, any good points you might have get lost in the mix. So that's where I was at with that. So I don't know. What were your thoughts on this?
We get allergic to B.
Yeah.
And kind of like, I think provocation, it's like, listen, talking about controversial subjects is good. Getting outside of kind of the acceptable topics, having like, this is all good. Like, you should be pushing boundaries. You should be having difficult conversations. You should be questioning things, and that's fine. When it feels like like I'm doing controversy, everybody look at me, you lose us.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't do that part. But the rest of it was, I mean, there were some interesting things, interesting discussion. So if you go take a look at Grace's post and share Doogie, Cheryl Douglas, she shared Doogie on Farcaster, and I was trying to find that cast. I'll put it in the show notes. She had some good points. Like, so there were some good points made in response to it, but it was just like, it left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Like, don't rage bait. We don't need that. There's enough of that in the world. Like, please don't.
Yeah.
Please
well, look, you and I have been around the block a few years, a few decades.
You think?
And yeah, just from like a feminist perspective, like,
yeah,
it's hard. Actually, I have no prepared remarks.
I know. Like, it's hard already. Don't make
everything you read. Like, it's hard to have a conversation monolithically, talking to a global audience, talking to people of different ages and different generations and different experiences. People want different things. So it's like, yeah, if in good faith you can read an essay, like, yeah, I can find good points made in what people are bringing up. But to try to get the entire internet to agree on this is how women should show up, or this is what's, and then I think also anytime you're calling out individuals, personally, I think just check yourself as like, is there a better way to get a point across? Like if you have a point, it's tough to call out individuals. And I'll say that, like, I've said, I don't know. Like, I'm not super, like, I'm old and I'm not, I can't do the glam thing. And I can't, I can't do the TikTok videos, but it doesn't mean I can't, like, I'm okay that people do. That's not, that doesn't,
it's all good.
It's okay.
We can all approach this differently. Yeah.
Can't do.
We've got the short nails, but they look cute.
Sometimes they do. And then sometimes I'm like,
Yeah.
I've done so many dishes all week that my nails fall off, and that's fine too.
So yeah, it's a lot. So if you're interested, go take a look, or yes, that's the other option. I may have given you warning to avoid drama completely. Also a perfectly acceptable option. So if you want to dive in. And if you don't, that's fine as well.
I did, but I was coding yesterday. So yesterday I was coding, and it was like a nice lesson because I was like, oh, I missed all the drama because I was busy actually creating something. And I felt great. I didn't get sucked in. So it doesn't mean you can't participate and get involved, whatever. I think public conversation, like, I think social media is a good thing. I think public conversations are good. I love the, internet hive mind. It's all good. But also don't forget to just kind of like, sometimes you gotta detach and unplug and just build.
Sometimes it's not. Yeah. Sometimes. And if you want real drama, yes, Love Island is the way to go. For sure. Farcaster is Love Island. Farcaster is definitely not Love Island. However, yes, that is where my background is from today, KP. And so get your popcorn, get ready for Love Island instead, and leave that. Let's leave the drama there. Anyway,
and shout out Winnie, who is, and honestly, I think Winnie came out and looked amazing. I saw so many people coming to her defense as a builder, and like, she's busting her ass building a chipped nail company, chipped as in NFC chips and nails as in nails. Who else is doing this? She's crushing it. She's doing it her way. She's so authentic. And just keep building, girl.
Just keep building. Yeah. It's interesting to see, when people kind of go at people who are actually building real things. Like, just know. I think there might have been other ways to make your point. Exactly. But there wouldn't have been other ways to make your point in rage bait quite as well. So there you go. And here we are. All right. And on that, and if you didn't understand half of that little discussion, the links will be in the show notes, but also you can just choose to avoid them. Either way.
Also, you're winning.
You're winning. You're winning if you didn't understand.
Congrats.
Congrats to your lives. And with that, everybody, okay, next week we will be off. We're going to take a vacation for the week, and I am going to go see some family up north and, eat hot dogs and things like that. And we will be back on July 7th. And I thought we had a guest, but now we don't have a guest. So we'll be back on that. Might just be us, might be a guest. We'll see.
At some point that week, we're going to get a guest in.
We're rescheduling some things.
Date scheduled, TBD.
Figuring things out. So we will see you after that. And we'll see you on the timeline. And with that, everybody, we say bye-bye.